The member from Elgin, Middlesex, London.
Thank you, Speaker. My speaker is to the Minister of Community Safety and Correctional Services. Minister, a few weeks ago, you made a major announcement in my riding concerning the overcrowding at Elgin Middlesex Detention Centre. Overcrowding that this Liberal government has ignored for the past 3 years has led to numerous deaths and daily violence at the facility. Shameful. Minister, your ministry's track record is terrible when it comes to fixing the problems at EMDC. Your ministry closed rural jails, which amplified the overcrowding conditions, failed on the implementation of the 12-point plan to fix the jail, and failed in providing correctional officers with the proper equipment to do their jobs. So, Minister, forgive me if I'm sounding a little skeptical on this announcement, but this is a very short time period for a new build. I am unable to find the numbers in this year's budget for this build. So, Minister, would you be able to share the budget for the project, where this money will come from, and when the RFP will be released?
Good question. Thank you very much, Speaker. And I thank the member opposite for the question and his work and advocacy on issues around Elgin Middlesex Detention Centre. As the member opposite mentioned, I had a great visit on October the 8th to EMDC. I was joined Speaker with our management, the hard-working correctional staff, both correctional officers and managers, along with labor leaders, both locally and provincially. And Speaker, I was really struck by the professionalism of our correctional staff, both management and correctional officers, how hard they work, and how dedicated, Speaker, they are to the well-being and the safety of the community. And I spent about 3.5 hours touring the facility and talking to as many correctional officers and thanking them for the work they do every single day in keeping our community safe, Speaker.
Thank you. Supplementary.
Thank you, Speaker. I'm sure the minister will answer the question after the supplementary. Minister, I've drawn attention to these issues at the EMDC in this chamber for 3 years, yet your government has taken little action to correct these areas of concerns. The violence and deaths continue. Most recently, I've written you requesting the government utilize their assets to find a solution for EMDC. For example, the government could utilize the regional mental health buildings in St. Thomas and create a partnership with the Southwest Centre for Forensic Mental Health Care for shared services. Or the government could simply reopen the Blue Water Youth Detention Centre in Goderich that your government recently closed. Good idea. Minister, have you completed a cost analysis on a new build compared to using the existing government assets?
Good question. Speaker, I thank the member for the supplementary. Speaker, we're very much focused on dealing with issues around overcrowding and ensuring the health and safety of our correctional staff and the safety of the inmates. And that's why, Speaker, I want to give credit to my predecessor, the Attorney General, when she was the Minister of Community Safety and Correctional Services. She put in plan a 12-point action plan. 11 out of 12 of those action plan items have been fully implemented. But Speaker, we're not stopping there. We are taking steps in making sure that we have issued a procurement, a request for proposal for a regional intermittent center, which will allow for separating the intermittent inmates from those inmates who are spending their sentence in entirety at the detention center. It's going to also not only resolve the issue, Speaker, around overcapacity, but it's also going to help us in dealing with contraband issue. Further, Speaker, we're also rolling out the personal protective safety equipment for our correctional officers, so their health and safety is a #1 priority for our government and remains paramount, Speaker.